you're going to see the North Reading Hornet logo. At our last meeting, it took us 45 minutes to get that Hornet inside that star. And our meetings are usually more efficient than that, but there's a reason for this slide. If you look at this slide, it depicts where a lot of that $8.4 billion has gone over the last 7 years. And you can see this. These are all projects that either have been completed or are taking place. Our neighbors in Linfield, Reading, Burlington, Woburn, Stoneham, Peabody, Andover, North Andover, Tewksbury, Bedford, Billerica, they have not said no to the MSBA. They're all building schools. They're all building it with that sales tax dollar that you heard about. I just want to wrap up by saying the next steps. The obvious next step is Saturday. Saturday, the polls are going to open at 7 a.m. They're going to close at 8 p.m. And we need to vote to approve the money for the balance of the project above and beyond what the MSBA is going to give us. If we do that, very soon we're going to sign an agreement with the MSBA that guarantees the funding for this project. The high school will be finished in August of 2014 and will be open. The middle school will be finished in August of 2015 and open. And the project will be completed in November 2015 with the demolition of the high school and the finish of the new parking lots, landscaping, and fields. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Mr. Norton, in the gymnasium, have you appointed another teller?
Mr. Moderator, the gentleman's name is John Makowski.
John Makowski?
That is correct.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Wicks, have you appointed tellers?
Yes, I have, Mr. Moderator. They are Andy Graham and Brian Gilbert.
Andy Graham and Brian Gilbert. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, sir. I have no one in the main hall seeking recognition. Is there anyone in the gymnasium seeking recognition? Oh, I'm
Only at
sorry.
this time, Mr. Moderator.
Can I have the recommendation from the Board of Selectmen, Mrs. Delaney?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The Board of Selectmen unanimously recommended a yes vote on the article. Thank you.
It was so long ago, I forgot we skipped that. For the Finance Committee, Mr. Kelleher.
Mr. Moderator, the Finance Committee recommended unanimous for the project.
For the School Committee, Mr. Venezia. Yeah, what he's going to say.
The school committee unanimously, wholeheartedly, without reservation, enthusiastically recommend.
Mr. Wicks, is there anyone in the cafeteria seeking recognition?
No, Mr. Moderator.
I'm going to call for a vote in the main hall. All those in favor, please raise your hands. All those in favor, please raise your hands. All those opposed. The motion carries in the main hall. Let's get through all the votes. I declare a 2/3 majority in the main hall. For the gymnasium, Mr. Norton.
All those in favor, please raise your hands.
They're doing the wave.
All
You can
those
see
opposed.
it.
I have a 2/3, Mr. Moderator.
Just to clarify, sorry, but we don't want to have any mishaps with this project. Mr. Norton, you are declaring a 2/3 majority in the gymnasium. Is that correct? Mr. Norton?
Moderator.
Mr. Norton, did you declare a 2/3 majority in the gymnasium?
I did, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you. Mr. Witz, if you would take a vote, and if you declare a 2/3 majority, would you please say, "I declare a 2/3 majority"? Mr. Witz, would you take a vote in the cafeteria, please?
All those in favor of the article?
Make sure you're using a hand count, please. Not a hand count, a raising of the hand.
I declare a 2/3 majority, Mr. Moderator.
The motion carries by a declared 2/3 majority across all three rooms that we're operating in tonight. I would like to remind folks, and I brought this up at the beginning of the meeting, and obviously it's carried tonight, so what I said earlier about whether it carries or fails, there's an election on Saturday, but there is an election on Saturday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And please, as you exit, would you please return your ribbons? We'll use them for the next time this large body comes to visit us. Mr. Messeri.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you just hold for a minute, please? First of all, on behalf of the Board of Selectmen, I'd like to thank all of you for participating this evening on a very, very important project. I'd also like to, at this point, acknowledge the services of Mr. Yule, who has decided not to run for re-election. This will be his final town meeting as a member of the Board of Selectmen. Mr. Yule. Mr. Moderator, I move to adjourn the meeting sine die.
We have a motion to adjourn, but before we adjourn, I forgot something, because I don't normally have this large a crowd. Could I please have a big round of applause and special thanks to Mr. Norton and Mr. Witz, serving as assistant moderators. Motion to adjourn.